Now, you've fleshed out more details on your gas policy today, getting more gas into the domestic market. That will lower prices and flow through to lower electricity prices. That makes sense. That much we can all agree on. But the former Western Australian Premier, Liberal Premier Colin Barnett, says the policy's a good one, but it needs to go further, that you should be reserving 15% of gas reserves on the East Coast from those who are exporting to put into the domestic market. Why haven't you gone that far?
Well, Chris, we've done two things. One is that we want to increase supply because Labor has done everything they can to stop new gas projects from proceeding. So bringing more supply in will bring the price down, and that much we know. And the Frontier Economics report cites the figure of 23%, almost a quarter. The cost of wholesale gas comes down by. And the reason that's important is that gas obviously is used across society for heavy manufacturers. We were at BlueScope today, and they are very supportive of our policy because their electricity and gas bills have just gone up by millions of dollars tens of millions of dollars over the course of the last 12 months under this government. So bringing more gas supply into the market through faster approvals and working with the gas companies is important, but also honouring the foundation contracts. So where contracts already exist with Japan, for example, we want to honour those. But the gas that's sold beyond that, we want it to come back into the domestic market, and that way we can achieve the outcome that we need with more supply to bring prices down here. And look, Chris, the beauty of this policy is that it, like the cut that we've announced to the fuel excise, to the fuel tax, it has an economy-wide benefit. It's not just when you or your partner fill the car up or your kids fill their car up that your household is benefiting. This helps tradies, it helps pensioners, it helps delivery truck drivers, it helps the farmer, and that brings price pressure down across the economy. And if we do this in relation to gas as well, it's not just your electricity bill go down at home, because gas is such a big part of generating electricity and creating electricity. It's also going to be the case that we can bring down the cost of steel, as BlueScope said today, and we can bring down the cost of bricks. We were at Brickwork the other day, and you know that they have a big part to play in the economy. Every manufacturer, the manufacture of fertiliser for farms has an enormous amount of energy required through that process. So I think there is an option to bring down costs across the economy, to increase gas supply and to increase the number of gas fields, and I think we achieve pretty much what we need to out of our policy.
Queensland's announced now that they're going to go for some more gas generation and extend the life of their coal-fired power generators. That's going to be good for secure supplies and good for prices. But doesn't it also demonstrate that net zero by 2050 is dead, that it just can't be achieved on current policies by Labor or the coalition?
Well, Chris, I think what it demonstrates is that you've got a state government in Queensland now that actually has an eye on cost. The Labor Party just doesn't care what the end cost of electricity is, and that's why it's gone up by 32% under this government, and that's why gas has gone up by 34% as well. And one thing you know about the Prime Minister's offering at this election is that he's looking the Australian public in the eye, and he's not saying to them this time that you'll get a $275 cut. He's promising them that electricity and gas will be higher under him in the next term. So David Crisafulli, I think, has done the right thing here. He has the capacity to lower the cost of electricity and gas in Queensland to create a competitive advantage for businesses there. And other state governments have extended the life of coal, and that's an essential, or the lights go out. So I think there is part of the emotion being replaced with reality now. And our gas policy, we've been very clear that we need to have a real disruption to the renewables only train wreck that Chris Bowen and Anthony Albanese are advocating, and I'm sure that common sense prevails in this space, and it is in our policy, because I want to bring prices down, and that's exactly what our gas plan, which is all about natural gas, our natural gas, Australia's natural gas, being for Australians.